What's up, guys? Welcome to the Week 7 preview. Hope you guys have a healthy week. Sorry it's a little bit late, but hope you guys have a healthy week. No injuries, but knowing the luck that Holmes has this year, there's going to be an injury. Talking about Holmes, he starts off the power rankings at 12, obviously. It's tough luck when you have to start Le'Veon Bell. Next at 11, I got Nard. Just not the running backs you want. And with a couple guys on bye, it's a tough week for Nard. Next at 10, I got Dan. Dan, tough week with the running back as well. As you're starting two really risky plays at wide receiver. Just it's going to be a big prey week for you. And that trade made no sense today. Next at 8. Next at 9, we got Lou. Lou, another risky play in Melvin. I think he splits too much, but you got a couple guys on bye, so this is your 1 week in the lower part of the power rankings. I think you can definitely bounce back, though. And then after that, I got the surprise at 8, Andrew. I think Andrew, Lamar, DeAndre. He has a couple big target receivers, especially the double points with his Hollywood. I think that he's a good team when Jarvis comes back, and Justin Jefferson, he has definitely the flex play and the opportunity to kind of go and get a lot of points. And then surprisingly, we have Fick here, 5-1. I know he's probably devastated to be here, but just leaning a lot on Leonard Fournette and Chuba Hubbard, however you want to say it. And Sterling Shepard is definitely not who you want to be in your wide receiver one either. And the surprise at 1-5, coming at 6, that's Sage. I think Sage's team, fully healthy, definitely has a chance to be top 5, top 3, maybe even. If all of his players play to where they could be, if they're fully healthy. But unfortunately, he's just complaining about points against the whole time. Woe's me. Coming at 5, I got Nate. I think Nate's team's pretty good. Hurts is a great player every week. Although Chase Edmonds, you can do better. You should probably ask for a different running back besides Alvin, though. Coming in at 4. My page didn't want to load. I have Weston. Matt Ryan is a bold play, but I understand that with Dak, you had to go find one. But I think his team overall, especially with Cooper Kupp, is just absolutely balling. So I mean, West is in a pretty good spot. Next at 3, surprise, I have Bill. Page won't load again. Bill, yeah, he's consistently good. He'll always be in the top 3 or 4. And even with a couple guys on bye, he's perfectly fine. And then at 2, I have Mark. I think Mark's team, especially with Kyler and somehow Cordero Patterson's useful this year. Although we're playing Dearness. Yeah, Dearness Johnson is a terrible play, but you got to do what you got to do in some weeks. But I still think his team is actually better than Billy's. So sorry, Bill. And then because it's my power rankings, it's my decisions, I'm ranking myself at 1. Go me. But I think my team, hopefully, when fully healthy, I can rely on a couple different guys to give me a lot of points. Going into the matchups this week, me versus Holmes, I think I win that one easily. Holmes isn't projected 100. Even with the defense, he won't be projected 100. I think it's an easy W. Next up, I have Fick versus Dan. I went Fick. I think that Fick can beat out Dan with a couple players that Dan has on bye. I don't think that it's much of a problem. Next, I have Nate versus Sage. I got Nate winning. Sage is just too many people on bye for him to kind of compete this week. Unfortunately, I think he might fall into a dangerous spot that will not make him into playoff territory. It'll make it very tough, at least. Next up, I got Bill versus Lou. I think Bill kind of walks this one. Unless another big day from Devontae, which is kind of standard, I guess, now. But he also has Derrick Henry, who's always a go for 30 plus. Next up, I have Mark versus Andrew. Mark, I think Andrew's a good team, but it's just not there without Saquon Barkley. And like I said, I think Mark is right up there for a top team against the whole thing. And lastly, I got Nard versus Wes. And I chose Wes. I think Wes, even with a couple people out, still gets the job done this week over Nard, who just can't seem to find it. My power ranking for this week is who I would watch who I'd hate to watch Red Zone with while losing. 12, I got Wes. I think Wes wouldn't be too mad. He'd probably still have good snacks, and he would not be kind of yelling at the TV or something like that. I think he'd keep it inside of himself. 10, I got Bill. I've seen Bill for plenty of times in his career go down and lose a bunch of games, and he's always perfectly fine. A little depressed, but we're not surprised at this point. Coming in at 9, I have Mark. I don't think Mark would show too much emotion. Probably keep it all towards himself. I think it'd be pretty fine. And then coming in at 7. No, 8. Andrew. Sorry. Yeah, 8. Andrew. I was with Andrew the other day when he was losing. He seemed pretty fine. He had pretty good snacks. It was a little upsetting watching Saquon walk off, and he looked pretty hurt for a while, but he was able to overcome it, and I'm proud of him. Next, I have Fick. I think Fick, if he was losing a game, he could get pretty toxic. He'd probably still have pretty good snacks, though. But yeah, there would be a couple of words that'd be flying around if he started losing a game. 4, I have Nate. I think Nate would be very pissed off at me if he was losing. He'd be offering me a bunch of different kinds of trades, and his only snack would be probably some big-ass wheat pretzels. Next, I have Lou. Lou would probably be pretty pissed off. He wouldn't offer me snacks. He'd probably tell me to go fix my lazy eye or something like that. And then I have 3 is Sage. Sage would be pretty pissed off. He'd be talking about how his team got so many points scored against them, and woe is me. Well, my team is good, but it's injured. Now it's on bye. Now it's not because I make a trade. Now my parlay is losing, but I'm still rooting for my guys. It'd just be too much to be going on. 2, I have Dan. The snacks I know would be incredible. Just because I know his mom always hooks it up, so if I ever was there, I know the snacks would be incredible. But Dan would not ever probably put his phone down. He'd probably be obsessing. He'd probably be like, "Oh my god, dude! If I had Tyreek, I'd be in so much better shape." And then lastly, I just hate to watch it with Holmes. I think Holmes out in Nevada, it's cursed. You need to get out of there. There's too many injuries around you. I don't want to watch people get injured, so I want to stay as far away as watching with you. Yeah, that's my video. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys have an injury safe week or injury free week.